Okay, so we are going to be using Up Content Out and potentially also Social Champ to create a feed of interesting information for a Facebook group or Facebook page. But essentially we can use Up Content to search the internet for us and find interesting articles on topics or collections of topics that we're interested in. So in Up Content we can find lots of interesting information, and we can group those topics into collections. And then what we can do with those collections is we can get an RSS feed. So here we got our collection, and then we got our feed here. So what we're doing is we are joining up heaps of sources. So here this has got 13 sources that we've connected up that we like, and then we can connect it into just the one. So what this does is it can either automatically search up, so it will follow your criteria that you have predefined, and it will search for content and then automatically share that, or else you can put in blogs and RSS feeds, whether that be from your own content, from over the web on YouTube, your blog, etc., into a collection. You can then get your RSS feed for that collection, and you can then go over to Inksprout and you can go into automation into the RSS feed, and we're just going to Control V, paste that in, and we can start importing. And we got some options here if we want to do a bullet format and keep the description. Okay, so basically that'll go into our Inksprout. So what Inksprout is doing is getting those content feeds, whether or not it is from a blog site or a YouTube channel or any other feed, and it is getting a summary of that content. So it'll create, if we go onto a site and we go into Inksprout and we go get summary, so Inksprout will create a summary of the page. So what we can do is interesting information and articles we collect, we feed into Inksprout, which automatically then creates a summary of that content and then publishes it out to this RSS feed. And so we're going to use that in Social Champ, and we'll be able to publish this into our group. So if we go into our Facebook group, we'll be able to see this in progress, this working. Yes, that's better. We'll be able to see this working. So in Social Champ, again, got this auto SS feed. Now Inksprout also has a social media scheduling tool in here, so you can connect up your social media profiles here. So they've got Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, but I've been using a Social Champ to be able to get into the Facebook group. So let's see if I can do this here. I don't know if I can. Doesn't look like I can get into groups, but in Social Champ I can post into groups. So what I have got is I've got these Inksprout collections, and you can even just do directly from blogs into Inksprout and then get that RSS feed, because that's then the summaries. And then we're just going to click on the add RSS feed and Control V, and I give this a title. So this was the AI ads collection, and this is my Inksprout collaboration one, and you would just click next. And where I want to publish it is I want to go into Facebook group. Okay, next. and then the frequency and whether or not we want to add this into queues. So yeah, we can add it into queues, and we want to use images whenever available. If we don't want to add it into the queues, then we can just do the maximum amount of posts that we want in a 24-hour period. And I only want one post. I don't want to bombard the group with a whole bunch of meaningless posts. If we want to repeat the post, we can do that here, and so we can say in another 6 months, let's repeat this a few times. And in our actual post, we're going to have the title and we're going to have the description. Okay, and if we wanted to, we could put in a link, but we're just going to have title and description for this one. Next, and then add SS feed. Oh, could not add more than 25 feeds, so there must be that. That's right. So just in my auto SS, in my social chat countations, I only have 25. But essentially, you connect that up, and there you go. It'll have automatic posting, and this will be the end result. So in your group, you will find that you will then start to get make sure that this is a group that let's see. So I'm just going to try and find where we have these posts. I have had it turned off for a little bit in this group by the looks of it. So I'm just going to try and go back to see where we had that. Okay, so here's one. So it's done by a social champ, and this is then the summary that Inksprout has done. So tips for avoiding misinformation in SEO resources and conversations. There is a way to cut through the noise and figure out which information is likely valid and which information is smoke and mirrors. What Googlers say is literally the most authoritative statement about how Google works. While Google is a trust source of SEO information, Google itself can be an unreliable source of SEO information. Okay, so that's the kind of summaries you get. You can see that although it's kind of contradictory in the sentence, so the actual summary might not be giving you all the best value, but essentially what you're doing is you're finding content out for your community from wider out there in the internet space, and you're bringing it into one location, and you're being able to share this, creating your own newsfeed. So you can create your own industry newsfeed, product newsfeed, or anything into your group, so that every single day you can log on and you can see the latest and the greatest and what's going on, whatever topic that you want to learn about. And then you can just click through and learn more information. There's another one. And Inksprout also does video summaries, and as it gets better and better with the summaries in these groups, then I guess it becomes even more of a cool thing to use. But anyway, that's how I'm using Upcom content, Inksprout, Social Champ, and Facebook to create my own newsfeed. Thanks for watching.